Hello, I'm Ethan and welcome to Isambard TV. I'm sat next to Mr Muzeya from David Livingstone High School in Zambia. So, Mr Muzeya, why are you here at Isambard School?
Okay, I'm here at Isambard mainly because of what the British Council is promoting. It's been promoting, this global partnership with other schools, and so this goes back to about last year when David Livingstone in Livingstone and Isambard Community School, went into this partnership, and so we had one of the members of staff here, Mr. Ross Duke, traveled to Zambia, and I'm here. So it's more or less trying to enrich the partnership between the two countries to be able to learn about the different cultures. Of course, there's so much difference in culture and so on, and also just to be able to know, the different ways of teaching. So there's been a lot that has been going on between the two countries. Of course, yesterday, if I could just share that briefly, I was at Swindon Football Club.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to meet up with Clive, and he was able to tell me of some of the works that he's done in Zambia, in the youth league and so on. So there's a lot of this charity work that has been going on. So it's really been great.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is your job at David Livingstone High School?
My job at David Livingstone, well, I'm a teacher there. I'm a teacher of science. So basically, I teach science there. So that's basically what I do.
What are the similarities and differences between secondary education in the UK and at Zambia? Or in Zambia?
Well, some of the differences I've noticed are that in Zambia we don't have so much infrastructure. So if you get into this class, you won't see so much infrastructure, and that tends to affect the mode of teaching there. As opposed to here, I've been mostly at Isambard. I've been at Crowdy's Hill, at Grange Infant, Grange Junior. What I've noticed is the kind of infrastructure that is here.
Mm-hmm.
So that tends to help in in the teaching process. There's more interaction in the teaching here as opposed to where I'm coming from. The numbers are so much per class, and so that interaction isn't so much, but we would like it to be more. So that's basically some of the difference that I've noticed.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I understand that you've been teaching years 7 and 8 about life in Zambia.
Yes.
What are the most common questions that the students ask you?
Oh, okay. I've had a lot of questions about Zambia. But some of the common ones I can remember questions like wildlife, the animals that are in Zambia, or what uniforms the children wear. So that has come out a lot. Or what houses are like in Zambia, or questions like how many pupils or students are in each class. So these have been the prominent questions that I've received.
How have you found the weather in the UK? Is it much different to Zambia at the moment?
Very, very, very different. Currently, we are in our summer in Zambia, so it's quite very hot. The temperatures go as high as close to 40 degrees. So when I left Zambia, the temperature was about 38 degrees. So when I arrived here, it was quite cold for me. The temperatures are much, much lower here. So there's a big difference in the range of temperatures.
What else have you done in the UK on your trip?
Okay, mostly I've been in trying to interact with the staff and the pupils. That's mostly what I've done. But in terms of the other things that I've done is I've been to Crowdy's Hill. I've done the same thing of trying to enrich, this partnership between, the schools in Zambia and here. I've been to Grange Infants and Grange Junior to try to, interact with the people there and the children. So I've also been to some sites, the museum. I've been to the City Museum, and one of the things that I noticed here is that you try to keep and maintain things from the past, and so there's so much history about the things here. So it's really been exciting.
What similarities and differences have you noticed between life in the UK and Zambia?
Life in UK in Zambia. Well, some of the differences I'd say is just from here. You are more organized in terms of the way you do things. You are slightly on the more organized part than we are where I come from. There's so much respect for time. We do the same, but it's on the lower level. So you are more organized. That's one thing I've noticed. I had a trip yesterday in London, and you see people organized, moving from one point to the next point. And it's something that I saw here when I came to Isambard. It's very, very organized. Yeah.
What languages do you speak?
Well, I speak about 3 or 4 languages. 3 being our local languages in Zambia. We have Tonga, Nyanja, and Bemba, but I guess you wouldn't know about them.
What is a typical meal in Zambia?
A typical meal in Zambia involves what is locally known as inshima. So that's just the maize meal. It's more like a porridge, but it's harder than porridge. So that's the main carbohydrate. That's very common in Zambia. But of course, you eat it alongside other types of food. Foods that fish or chicken or beef, or sometimes other types of food you may not be aware of, such as kapenta, small fish, which is very common in Zambia. Yeah.
What is your favorite singer or band?
Favorite singer or band? Well, I'd say you wouldn't know about him, but he's a local artist in Zambia. So he's Pompey. Yeah, so he does Zambian music. Yeah, I wouldn't categorize it in any international category, but it's basically Zambian music.
Do you play any sports or support any sports teams?
Yes, yes on the supporting, no on the playing. I don't play much sport. I do a little bit of exercises here and there, but I used to play soccer. Of course, not professional type, but I would play a bit of soccer when I was much younger. I'm not playing so much soccer now. I support, we have a local league in Zambia, football. It's called Cowboy Warriors, so I try to follow it as much as I can. But I love Arsenal as well, so I follow it a lot. Yeah.
And what have you enjoyed most during your time at Isambard Community School / the UK in general?
Okay, just to be able to interact with the members of staff and the children. So what I've enjoyed the most would be, because mostly what I've done is I've been in classes, and I've been interested in knowing what the students know about Zambia. So the exciting part for me has been the questions that have been asked about Zambia. So for the year 8 and for the classes I've been to, they've been quite anxious or inquisitive about or wanting to know more about Zambia. That was quite exciting for me to just to know that they want to know about about Zambia, about the culture in Zambia. So that's been exciting for me. In the UK, I love the fact that you love to preserve things. I've been, for example, at the Steam Museum.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they preserved the old, railway system and still modernized it. So they haven't modernized it completely, but they've preserved the old aspect of it. So there's so much history about a lot of places here. That's what I love about this place.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
My name has been Ethan, and thank you for watching Isambard TV.